Hi, I'm Luz Dubay, and I love to talk about movies 24/7. I've been fascinated with films as long as I can remember, and I upload weekly. Today I'm going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It's about the final battle with the Guardians team. It's written and directed by James Gunn. All right, and I'm going to start talking about the positives. I really like the intro of this movie. They start out with a really good song, and it sets up the movie really well. I thought the intro was fantastic. It really got me excited for the rest of the movie. And just reintroduces you to the all the characters and all the new characters. And I thought they did a really good job with that. I thought the writing was very good for the most part. It had some of the best humor in an MCU movie in a while. One of my biggest problems with MCU movies, even though it's my favorite franchise, is they undercut the dramatic moments with humor. I feel like they didn't do that in this movie. All the dramatic moments were separated from the humor, and it blended really well. So I think they did a really good job with that, which I was pleased with. The directing, it was fantastic from James Gunn. The movie looked beautiful. There's a lot of great shots. They did a really good job. All the acting was top notch. It's always great to see these characters: Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Karen Gillan, um, Dave Bautista, Bradley Cooper, especially. They're all fantastic. They always nail these characters. I love the Guardians movies. They did a fantastic job. Again, with the characters, I thought they did a really good job with the characters. I really like the new characters like Cosmo. She's introduced in the Guardians Galaxy Holiday Special. But I thought she was used nicely. Um, and Adam Warlock. Um, that's one of my negatives, but I'll get to that. But for the most part, I like the new characters and how they banter with the old Guardians members. I thought they did a good job with that. This movie is very intense at times. Um, it really keeps you on the edge of your seat. There's a lot of dark and dramatic moments. There's even a scene that almost made me cry. It's like it can be pretty dark, especially for an MCU movie. Definitely a couple things that surprised me. Um, this movie, I think, flows pretty well. There might be a slight pacing issue, but for the most part, it flows well. It doesn't feel like 2.5 hours. But mostly it flows well, and it goes along quickly. I thought the runtime was fine. They kind of maybe shaved a little bit, but for them, I was never bored. I was always entertained. This movie is definitely tension filled. They did a really good job at making you feel, like something could happen to any one of the members. So I thought that was well done, and it did keep me guessing. Again, I want to talk about the humor. I thought the humor is fantastic. I don't think I ever have laughed at an MCU movie as hard as I did in a while. There's just one joke involving a Kara Star-Lord and Nebula. I won't spoil it, but it's hilarious. It made me laugh out loud. It was so funny. Um, they did a really good job with that. And again, with emotional moments, really hits you in the feels. With especially with Rocket's character. I'm not gonna get into any spoils, but they just kind of dive into his backstory a little bit. And some heartbreaking stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. It really hits you in the feels. They did a phenomenal job with that. Bradley Cooper, probably the best he's ever been as Rocket. I mean, just absolutely amazing. All right, I'm gonna talk about a couple negatives. This movie disappointed me a little bit because as like this is supposed to be the final Guardians movie, and as a final Guardians movie, it I just don't think it's a really satisfying ending. I think they could have done a better job, ending with these characters. Wasn't satisfied. I thought the story was a little bit generic and bland. I mean, it was interesting, but I thought it was a little generic and bland. I mean, if they were to say that this will be the second to last Guardians movie, and like there's gonna be a fourth one, I probably like it a lot better. But this is supposed to be the ending for these characters, and I don't think it was that great of an ending, unfortunately. I know that's a hot take. A lot of people love this movie. I didn't dislike it. I just didn't love it. I just wish we could have got a little bit better finale. It feels like a really good season finale, but not a good series finale, if that makes sense. So I wish that could have been a little bit better. And another thing, MCU has a stake problem. Like Infinity War and Endgame, that was like my favorite time in MCU because they had a lot of stakes, a lot of things going on, and they had an issue before those movies with stakes, and now they're just doing the same thing again. They're afraid to have stakes. And I'm just not a fan of that. After Endgame, I just want a lot of stakes. I'm not saying you have to like kill everyone off in every movie, but I'm just saying if it's like Ant-Man 3 or Guardians 3, like the ending of their trilogy, and that's going to be the last movie, I want some stakes. I think that's not too much to ask. But overall, I really did enjoy this movie. But it was just a little disappointing for me. I want to see it again, to see if I like it better second time without the anticipation. Um, but a lot of things worked for me, but some things it's this one. And one more thing I do want to mention is Adam Warlock. I think he's very underutilized. They kind of dumbed him down, and he's supposed to be like one of the most powerful characters in the comics, but they just like kind of like power him down and like dumb down his character. I wasn't a huge fan of that. Mold Poulter did a great job of what he was giving. He's a great actor, so it's not his fault. It's just what was written for Adam Warlock, and it had too much going on in this movie, which I understand. But he should have got a solo movie or something. But again, I did enjoy this movie. I just didn't love it like everybody else, so kind of a hot take. I would give it a B minus. But the grade can change after I rewatch it. But as right now, it's a B minus. I did enjoy it. I think it's pretty good. Great emotional moments, great humorous moments, but I just think it's a little bland, generic, and disappointing for an ending for this trilogy. All right, but thank you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Have a great day and take care. Bye.